It's time for Uncle Hank. Question Everything with M. Kalani Souza and Uncle Hank Ferguson.
Hey, gangy. Welcome back to another edition of Uncle Hank with Uncle Hank Ferguson, and I'm M. Kalani Souza, and we're going to question everything. I'm talking question everything. And mostly right now, my question is, how long can we keep on going? Because our engineer, he's got to go to Hilo to take a COVID-19 test.
Which is exactly what the subject matter of today is.
Nah.
It's like, what are we doing to protect ourselves and what are we not
That's
doing?
a hell of a question, Uncle Hank.
It's a hell of a question. And so to kick this off, we have to understand that the state is in this process of reopening because of the COVID-19. Now, understand, first of all, we do not have a real good test yet. Okay, we don't have a good test yet, even though we have some tests. They're not fast enough to be able to give us quick enough information to actually work on. But because the United States is insisting that the different states open up, Hawaii is also doing that.
Okay, wait a minute. We don't have a quick read back on our test, but we're going to open up full guns over here.
Full guns, bro. And what's amazing, even this morning's news told you that we are not only doing a poor job, we're doing a worse than a poor job. We're actually going backwards. The infection rate is growing, not slowing down. So that makes you question, why are we opening up in the first place? Okay? And of course, that answer is because we have to do something for the economy. Because without the people, we don't have any economy. That is understandable, but you would think after 8 months of this stuff that we'd have at least
the thing that gets me is without the people. By that you mean without the tourists.
Yes.
Because the people, they're still here, right? Economy yes. Or no, the people still here on the Pai'aina.
Yeah, and just along that same line, please understand that until just now, all the restaurants and stuff were closed.
Everybody was closed.
Everybody's been closed except for takeout orders. Suddenly they're going to be reopened.
Wow.
Okay, so, and again, we do not have a bona fide test that is very quick to understand.
Okay, so again, gang, the problem here seems to be metrics. How do they measure these things? How do we know what is safe, what is not? How do we know whether we are safe, we are not?
And to make that even more dumbfounding is that we're not rating it upon how many people are getting infected. We're rating upon how many beds do we have when they do get sick, how many we can take care of.
So it's about the potential to take care of rather than the potential to be ill.
Not have it.
The weird thing, Gangi, is here in the tropics, in isolated islands far away in the Pacific, we know a little something about epidemics.
Always. That historic.
Man, I tell you, we lost millions of people that way. Early days of the whalers and missionaries, when they weren't even counting. They weren't even counting.
Yes. That's when we lose 7/8 of our population.
Wow.
Okay, so anyway, getting back to this COVID thing and the reopening for economic reasons. Okay, so, and what's crazy about this, every day you hear about more and more people being laid off from their jobs, especially in the transportation.
The transportation business.
The airlines. Okay, so we're scaling down everything, and yet we're building it up so everybody can start coming back. We, as Hawaiians, our local people, can't even visit our own beaches now in groups, but we can have all these tourist parties that we don't know where they come from, coming to the islands to come and enjoy what we have that we can't even go enjoy.
That's kind of a crazy plan, wouldn't you say?
It's an extraordinary.
I mean, I got to question the leadership here. Well, what are they thinking?
Yes. Question the leadership, yes. Question the dynamics of this all. I mean, either we have a test or we don't. We don't even have the fundamentals of a proper test yet to determine who's got the problem.
Wow, I'm beginning to question why it is our engineers heading down to Hilo to get that tested on. Is it from some trusted source?
And this is why we're going to lose our engineer, Chris, our wonderful engineer. Okay,
To a trusted source, though. How come there's only like a couple of trusted sources? What's up with that? Is it like some secret test, like a secret handshake, a coded
like
ring?
How business in Hawaii has always been done.
Oh,
By secret handshake.
So only some of them are the
Yes,
trusted source.
Apparently, from what Chris just told us, that they're giving away free tests today in Hilo, but they're not. I guess you could call the certified people that are allowed to do the tests.
So
like
he has to drive past Hilo all the way down to Pahoa.
Go an extra 45 miles.
Right, to get a test from somebody who's a trusted source.
Right.
Wow.
In order to do his job, to make it so it's actually legal. He could have a negative test in Hilo, but not acceptable negative test.
Well, I don't know. I guess, trust is a very important thing.
Trust, isn't that an amazing word?
Well, I
Isn't
trust
that an
that the
amazing
state has everybody's best interests in mind, but maybe I should be questioning
I
that.
think we should, because we can't even trust the state.
Wow. Wow. Especially on this COVID protection thing.
Yes, on top of this, this is how insane this is. We know that if you had COVID, it takes between 10 and 14 days to surface.
Right, the incubation period. Right. I mean, that's why the quarantine is 2 weeks. I remember, people in our, family have had to quarantine for 2 weeks.
So just think about these numbers.
Hey, didn't you have to quarantine
I
for
just
2
came back
weeks?
from Maui. I had to 14 days lockdown.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
which is okay. But
Well, thank you for thinking of the rest of us as you take care of business.
that's what it is. You're actually taking care of each other.
All right.
Now, couple this thought into the reality of what's going on. We just opened up the state on the 15th. Okay? If you say it
15.
takes 10 to 14 days to incubate and start showing your symptoms, then why is it that we're going to open up the state in the second phase tomorrow?
Well,
Not even a week later.
This is like that's like a week later, just a week later, just under a week later,
So
and they're going to open up the whole.
They're going to open up.
How did
everything.
they know? We didn't even reach the incubation period yet.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It makes
gang.
you want to question everything.
Gang,
Who is
I'm
doing
telling
this?
you, we better continue to question everything. Uncle Hank, I question how it is we're all still here with the
And
behavior.
we're going to
of
be
the
questioning a lot more of that, because there's bound to be a blossom of positives, because we're going to have people. We're opening up
Well,
Trans-Pacific
question,
too.
gang, no question. The numbers are rising in the U.S. and they're rising in Hawaii. So we want you to pay attention and make sure you question everything. This has been Uncle Hank, and I'm M. Kalani Souza.
Please question everything, gang. You know you can find the answers. So participate, get into it, ask the question yourself, because these are not strange questions. They're very important questions that need to be asked by you.
Yeah.
Come be a part of a minority view.
Ao he pau ike, i ka halau ho o kahi,